Coming to your states, Odisha, between you and the chief minister, there has been some disagreements. So, what led to the split? What is the main reason why why you disagree with him? Why you left the party?
So I have not really spoken against him so far, but I will tell you what has happened. I was one of the few people involved right from the founding of the BJD, and I was very proud of what it did for nearly the first 3 terms. Now it is completing its 4th term in Odisha. And during this time, there was a crackdown on crime, there was a crackdown on corruption, and I was very proud of what Naveen Patnaik was doing in Odisha and what I was supporting him in doing by being an MP for 18 years in Delhi. It started changing in the last 5 years, in the 4th term. There is a new coterie that has taken over.
Bureaucracy, man.
Not bureaucracy, there is one person. There is one bureaucrat who is, everybody calls him the super chief minister. He has somehow taken control of the party, and we have a bizarre situation that a sitting serving officer is a fairly junior officer, is running the government. That sometimes happens in other state governments and central government also, sometimes it has happened. But what is more bizarre is that this sitting officer is running the party, is collecting funds, is distributing party tickets openly. And this, yes, it's openly, everybody knows in Odisha. You please at least Google search and you will see that it's a bizarre breakdown of the constitution. Now, this person and his coterie of few people have totally changed the party. In the last 5 years, there is enormous shelter given to criminals in the party, and the party has become corrupt, very severely corrupt. Now, this is exactly the kind of thing against which we were formed. The BJD had been formed to fight the corruption and the criminality that had happened in Odisha in the 80s and 90s. And after more than dozen years of improvement, it has slid very rapidly. So when a party starts sheltering criminals, what happens? Crime rises. So you will see Odisha has had by far the largest rise of heinous attacks on children and women. Now, for example,
you have been tweeting about
last year in Kathua, you had a very horrible incident when a little girl was gang raped and murdered. Now, it justifiably, correctly got a lot of media attention because that's a horrific thing. It should not happen. Now, 50 such incidents have happened in Odisha. More than 50 such incidents have happened in Odisha in the last 3 to 4 years, and the national media doesn't cover it. This officer who is running the party and the government has spent thousands of crores of government money in patronizing the media. You can see full page ads every single day in almost every newspaper to try and buy the media and suppress it. You have seen huge corruption scandals and criminal scandals of elected officials being accused of murder, not getting any traction. So I started speaking out against this. First, I spoke internally, I could not get traction. Second, I had to start speaking out publicly. And you may remember I was attacked physically. 1.5 years ago, I was attacked with stones, bricks and eggs. Yes. And it became untenable. Now, maybe national media and people in the rest of the country can ignore this huge crime and corruption in Odisha, but those of us who are living in Odisha, who are from Odisha, it is unconscionable for us to ignore it. So because I started speaking out against it, I was castigated in the party, I was physically assaulted, and for self-respect, one could not continue. That's why I left.
So there have been rumors that, earlier there was a rumor that you are going to join the BJP. Right now, the rumor is that you are going to fight the election as an independent. So what are you still, have you decided how to go about it? Election is just 2 months away.
You see, some detractors of mine and some so-called pundits and commentators kept saying that I was inclined towards the BJP. The reality is that BJD was founded as an ally of BJP from day one, and for 11 years it had an alliance, and we championed the same policies. Now, I remained consistent and I kept championing some of these policies. The example I give is of the action against VIP culture. So for 14, 15 years, I have been waging a campaign against this Lal Batti culture, this VIP, red light beacon.
You have written a chapter
in Lutyens' Maverick. Yeah. And at the national level, one or two states took some action, but at the national level, a change happened under this government, under Prime Minister Modi. And I welcomed it because I have been championing the cause. And many people started saying, see, you are supporting Prime Minister Modi, you are inclined to BJP. I said, actually, I think he's supporting me because I have been championing this cause for so long. So it was a misrepresentation that I left the BJD because I had an ulterior motive of joining some other party. I left the BJD for the reasons I told you, because the BJD changed into a corrupt and criminal organization. Now, lately some people have been saying that since I did not join the BJP, it's been 7 months, yes, in the speculation that I will join Congress. Now, see, I am not in politics for the usual reasons that, I'll come in here, I'll join the BJP or join the BJD or join the Congress. I had joined the BJD right from the beginning. I helped to start it as a movement against the crime and corruption in Odisha. And whoever will take up the crime and corruption in Odisha and attack it, I will support them. Now, what has happened is, both the national parties, BJP and Congress, somehow seem to be confused in Odisha. The reality is, one of Naveen Patnaik's greatest strategic successes has been to play off the Congress and BJP against each other. So neither of the two national parties has really attacked the BJD in the last 20 years, maybe thinking that if the BJD weakens, then the other national party will gain. Now, as a result, it's becoming a forfeit in the match. So now whether I will contest or whether I will contest as an independent or whether I will align myself to or join one of the major national parties will depend on something that I've made very clear. If they are seriously committed to changing this crime and corruption in Odisha, if they're willing to take steps, not just give speeches.
There are no signs of that happening right now.
Well, Congress has been out of power longer in Odisha. For now, 20 years Congress has been out of power in Odisha, and I think finally the penny is dropping on the Congress. Recently you have seen the Congress president attack the BJD. This is a new thing. In 20 years, no national party had attacked it. Now, BJP has been out of power in Odisha for only 10 years because the alliance broke in 2009 with BJD. So whether 10 years is enough for them to learn the lesson is the big question. BJP has also been speaking about the crime and corruption in Odisha. They have been holding press conferences. Their state leadership has been attacking BJD. But when it comes to actual hard action, in Bengal you are seeing national agencies try to arrest people involved with massive chit fund scam. In Odisha you are not seeing the similar type of effort. You've seen some tokenism, but not the same kind of seriousness. So till recently both national parties have been soft on BJD. Maybe you are beginning to see a little bit more hard talk. Action is still awaited.